Have you heard Taylor Swift is behind the new movie Argylle coming out this week? Or at least that's what her fans think. Rad, our film critic, is here with more on that, including his take on a new kids movie to talk about. Welcome back.
No, thanks for having me. I can't believe you once again have me talking about Taylor Swift.
It's not me, it's the world, Rad.
It's the world.
So let's talk, it's a spy movie. It's called Argylle. Let's take a look at the trailer first.
You and I, we're not so different. Agent Argylle.
Little help? Hold on.
Okay, what is happening? Why do Swifties think Taylor's involved in this film?
Well, so basically, the Swifties think Taylor Swift is actually an author named Ellie Conway who wrote the book Argylle, which you could currently find in stores, but also is purportedly the inspiration behind this movie, Argylle, right? And the reason why they think that is because Ellie Conway is largely kept a mystery, even though she's got novels in bookstores right now. And the thing is, it's very likely that Ellie Conway is just a marketing stunt for this movie because she's actually a character in this movie. The movie is about Ellie Conway as an author of the novels Argylle, and the world of her novels come crashing into her reality, and she gets drawn into kind of an espionage thriller. And the reason why they think Taylor Swift is Ellie Conway is because, well, Ellie Conway has a silver cat like Taylor, and she carries her cat in a backpack with a window like Taylor, and Taylor once had red hair, and I think she wore a cardigan once.
Can I state the obvious? When would Taylor Swift find the time to do this?
I mean,
like,
I think...
Come on.
But here's the thing, though, right? Like, this is exactly... Like, that theory that Taylor Swift is Ellie Conway is as ridiculous as this movie, so it would kind of fit in this movie. Like, this is the kind of movie where if Ellie Conway rips off her mask and reveals she's Taylor Swift, it wouldn't break the illusion of this bonkers movie where nothing is serious.
Okay, that's my key takeaway. You said bonkers, so what do you think of this?
I mean, I think it is just like, this is, look, this is cartoonish mayhem from the director of The Kingsman, right? And it's a movie that is totally, it lavishes on unseriousness. It's a movie that I couldn't even hate because it was just so, like, you know, like going for left field. And in the end, look, if Taylor Swift actually is the person who wrote this movie, if I were Taylor Swift and I wrote Argylle, well, I would deny the whole thing too.
Okay, so who's this movie for?
I mean, this is for people who love movies like The Hitman Bodyguard and Red Notice, which are, again, movies that are just so unserious that I can't even muster up the energy to hate them.
All right, so let's move on to Fitting In. What's this about?
Fitting In is kind of, you know, it's taking the coming-of-age movie to new places, okay? This is a Canadian film from director Molly McGlynn. Molly McGlynn is actually basing this story off her own life, where she was diagnosed as a teenager with MRKH syndrome, which means she was born without a cervix, she was born without a uterus, she was born with a shortened vaginal canal, and that kind of made her, you know, like it put her in a position where she's questioning where she fits in a world that often, you know, puts people in binaries, puts genders in binaries, treats sexuality with these kind of dated expectations. And so this is a movie she bravely made this kind of funny and really insightful coming-of-age story about, you know, starring Maddie Ziegler as a young girl dealing with that on top of the pressures of being a teenager and stuff. And she's made something really sweet that everyone should rush and see.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so who's this one for?
I mean, this is for people who love movies like Obvious Child and Shiva Baby, which are also, you know, indie movies about women who refuse to conform to your expectations of what a woman should be. Okay,
lastly, and we have to be fast with this one. You watch this one with your kids. What is it?
Orion and the Dark.
And?
Okay, so Orion and the Dark is a, you know, you would think is a basic animated movie about a kid who's afraid of the dark, and then he ends up befriending magical creatures who are the dark. What the trailers don't tell you is that it's written by Charlie Kaufman, as in Charlie Kaufman, the guy behind Adaptation, the guy who wrote Adaptation and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. So watching this movie, thinking it's a basic animated movie, but then it turns into the whimsy of a Miyazaki movie, and then it turns into being John Malkovich for kids. It was fun because I'm looking at my kids and they're looking at me like, Dad, what is this? And so that in itself was kind of wild.
So who's it for?
I mean, this is for families who enjoy movies like The Boy and the Heron and The Little Prince, which are, you know, I'm not saying this movie is as good as those, but you know, you have to love those kinds of movies before you even could try and attempt this one.
Fair enough, Rad. Always good to see you. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.